Saw Gerrera first appeared on the galactic stage during the Clone Wars, emerging from the jungle world of Onderon, an inner rim planet that had allied itself with the Separatists. He was loyal to the neutral, deposed king Ramses Dendup. Saw was adamant in his opposition to King Sanjay Rash, who had quickly pledged Onderon's allegiance to the Confederacy of Independent Systems. In 20 BBY, Saw and his younger sister, Steela Gerrera, organized a local resistance to challenge Separatist control. The Jedi Council, bound by political complexities and unable to openly oppose Rash's regime, discreetly sent Jedi Knights Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and Ahsoka Tano, along with clone Captain Rex, to provide guerrilla warfare training. Under their guidance, Saw and his rebels swiftly improved their combat skills and tactical abilities. The rebels were further armed and equipped by the notorious pirate Hondo Ohnaka, known for his involvement in various conflicts during the Clone Wars. Despite his bravery and charisma, Saw was notoriously impulsive, often acting without sufficient planning or strategic consideration. Steela, more level-headed, balanced Saw's aggression, forming an ideal leadership dynamic. Nevertheless, Saw frequently attempted to assert his independence, exemplified by a failed solo mission to rescue King Dendup. That resulted in his own capture and subsequent rescue by his allies. This reckless impulsiveness underscored why Steela was chosen the official leader of the rebellion on Onderon. Ultimately, the rebellion succeeded in driving the Separatists from Onderon, restoring Dendup to power. However, the victory came at a high personal cost for Saw, as Steela was tragically killed during the conflict. Holding his sister as she died, Saw was profoundly impacted. Her death hardened his resolve and eliminated any lingering moderation within him, propelling him onto a path of relentless opposition to tyranny. Saw's victory was brief, as the rise of the Galactic Empire immediately followed the end of the Clone Wars in 19 BBY. The oppressive regime quickly imposed harsh conditions on Onderon, branding Saw and his partisans as traitors. Forced to operate from remote jungle bases, Saw's insurgency persisted fiercely against the Empire, often resulting in significant suffering for Onderon's citizens caught in the crossfire. Labor camps were established, brutally punishing anyone suspected of being a rebel or even sympathizing with them. Refusing to yield, Saw expanded his resistance into the broader galaxy, becoming one of the earliest architects of what evolved into the Rebel Alliance. He recruited veterans from the Clone Wars and idealists committed to restoring democracy. Known collectively as Saw Gerrera's Partisans, the group became infamous for their ruthlessness, their aggressive attacks on Imperial supply lines, and patrols frequently involved collateral damage, leading other rebel groups to distance themselves. Saw insisted he was a patriot fighting necessary battles, dismissing accusations of terrorism. This ideological divide culminated in an open conflict with prominent rebel leaders, including Mon Mothma, who publicly denounced him as a criminal, a label Saw embraced with defiance. Saw remained resolute in his beliefs that the Empire required a war without limitations, no matter the cost. In 17 BBY, Saw assisted the defection of Imperial scientist Galen and Erso, whose research on kyber crystals had been weaponized by the Empire. Saw helped relocate Galen's entire family to the remote planet Lamu, only to see them tracked down 4 years later. After Imperial forces captured Galen and killed his wife, Lyra, Saw rescued their daughter, Jyn Erso, raising her as his own. Over 8 years, Jyn became a skilled guerrilla fighter under Saw's rigorous training. Despite genuine affection for the girl, Saw's paranoia regarding potential Imperial infiltration eventually drove him to abandon Jyn for her safety, cutting all personal ties to maintain his ruthless campaign against tyranny. If you're getting value or entertainment out of any of my transmissions, it would mean a lot if you would join the Remnant and subscribe. Actor Forrest Whitaker, who excellently portrays Saw in live-action Star Wars projects, described this stage of Saw's life, noting that he's lost family members and some of those ideals. Saw's experiences had transformed him from an idealistic rebel fighter into a deeply hardened extremist. With the official formation of the Rebel Alliance, Saw distanced himself even further, openly criticizing their diplomatic approach as ineffective. His relentless independent warfare continued, and in 2 BBY, he uncovered Imperial atrocities on Geonosis linked to a secret superweapon project. This discovery validated his extreme tactics, further fueling his paranoia and resolve. Shortly thereafter, Saw intercepted an Imperial shipment containing a massive kyber crystal, confirming the existence of the Empire's planet-destroying weapon. During a mission involving young rebels Ezra Bridger and Sabine Wren, Saw's ruthless determination became evident as he declared, "If you continue to fight the Empire your way, I promise you, you will lose." In Zero BBY, Saw's fight culminated on the ancient moon of Jedha. Having discovered conclusive evidence about the Death Star, Saw reunited briefly with Jyn Erso, witnessing firsthand the Empire's devastating destruction of Jedha City. Saw chose to remain behind, accepting his fate while urging Jyn and her allies,
"Save the rebellion! Save the dream!"
Saw's death profoundly impacted the rebellion, directly enabling the retrieval of the Death Star plans. Saw's legacy lived on through his partisans, who would rename themselves the Dreamers in his honor, continuing their brutal tactics until their eventual defeat. Saw Gerrera's complicated legacy endured as a potent symbol of both fierce resistance and troubling extremism. His life and actions remain a critical reminder of the delicate boundary between heroism and terrorism in the fight against oppression, forever influencing the narrative of rebellion across the galaxy. Check out this transmission next to dive into more leaders of the Rebel Alliance.